Hi, it's math time with Mrs. Depperschmidt. Today we're going to work with averages, which is a way to apply division to a real-world situation. I've got these guys here with me today to talk about calculating averages. Actually, they're just going to hang out on the poster. One kind of average that we're familiar with at school is your accelerated reader comprehension average, which is calculated by a big division problem using all of the test scores from the book tests you have taken. I'm going to show you how that works. I'm going to scoot over to the side just a bit. There we go. Move my chair just a bit. We'll imagine that one of these little yellow guys took 3 accelerated reader tests in the month of January. One score was an 80% comprehension, the one in the middle 70%, and the third one was another 80%. But we're going to pretend that this guy got the same grade on all of those, and that's what the average means. It's as if you did the same thing 3 times. To figure that out, you start with an addition problem. You put all of the test scores together in a pot and add them up together. I drew an imaginary pot here. 80 plus 70 plus another 80 equals 230. Now is where the division problem occurs. Once you have your total, that becomes the dividend for the division problem. And the divisor is the number of scores you used to get that total. So when we calculate the average for this person's January accelerated reader test scores, it is exactly 76 remainder 2. And when you're dividing into 3 equal groups, the remainder 2 is pretty high. It's almost a 77% for this person's comprehension average. That's not high enough for our goals in the classroom, which are the expectation is 85%. Let's see what happens if that person's middle score, instead of being a 70, were a 100. We first add the scores together. 80 plus 100 plus 80 gives us 260. Then we divide by 3. The quotient for that calculation is going to be higher than 80%, because I know that 3 goes into 26 8 times. And then I know that 3 goes into 20. And look at the difference in the percentage this time. Rather than a 76% average, this person's average is an 86 remainder 2. That's close to an 87%. So that makes a huge difference. When one score, if that 70 had been a 100%, this person's average would be 10 points higher than before. I'm going to challenge you to work another kind of averaging problem at home. See if you can find the average age of the pets or the people in your household. Step 1 is to add all the ages together. Remember to use the same unit. If you're using years, count everybody's age in years. If you're using months, count everybody's age in months. The months calculation is going to be complicated with some higher addition numbers, but I'm sure you can do it if you choose to try that. Once you have the sum of everybody's age, put that in as the dividend. And then your divisor is the number of pets or people ages that you added all together in step 1. I'd be curious, if your family doesn't mind you sharing that information, about your calculation of the average age of pets or people in your household. That's what average means. It's everything added together and then divided up evenly, sort of to pretend that every number or score or age is the same. It's as if you melt them all together and divide it evenly. That's what an average is for. I hope you're having a great day. I'll see you at school. Please remember to be kind.